Good evening, Mr. Obama. My name is Leandre Humphrey, and I wanted to address the issue that you are faced with the jobs issue that we have here in America. And I wanted to point out something that I want to do as my dissertation as an environmental psychologist when I get to that point. But to start on it now, I honestly believe that it will be beneficial to everyone, and it's called pure recycling. Because America is a one time use nation where we throw away everything that we possibly buy, that we own, we're actually killing ourselves, and we're making it harder for our future generation. One of the things that are on my list is oil. Oil is recyclable, Mr. Obama. And if everyone in America took the initiative to do it, we could actually open up different shops to collect the oil. That means that we need people to hire technicians in order to do that, sir. And if you would think back, maybe in the early 1990s, or should I say, 1990s, we had the electrical car then, and there was an issue where someone in a meeting yelled out that America is not doing all that it needs to do to prevent rather global warming. And in essence, that's kind of true because one of your officials had said that America is not ready for the transition. When if we were told the benefits of having the electrical car, then we wouldn't be in this predicament today. Clothing, clothing are recyclable. We throw them away. We do give them to the Goodwill and whatnot, but the materials that are in it that could be used for other things. So we know about paper, plastic, and glass, but we're not doing it in fully, should I say, the way that we can. If institutions such as schools, at the end of the year, by me working in the school system, I've seen them just throw away tons and tons of paper. If schools were to take up a contract with a company that specializes in recycling paper, think about it, Mr. Obama. All the schools in our nations could actually benefit from that, as well as our environment. We have to hire individuals to come around to pick up the paper. Um, we have to, how should I put this? The companies that we take up the contracts with to collect the papers, they have to hire individuals to do it. And in saying that, we're not harming the environment by cutting down trees, because again, trees create oxygen. These companies will actually distribute those paper back into America, schools, companies, businesses, thereby what circulating our dollars, circulating our individuals, circulating the time and money that's spent for our nation. Plastic, of course, plastic is recyclable. Mr. Obama, think about it. In schools today, or should I say, any company, they have like vending machines. Say, for instance, if Coca-Cola was to start going around, just different companies going around, um, specifically trash cans for these recyclables. That's what we want. That's what I want to call it, recyclables. The cans, the paper that we eat our snacks in. If we put them back in those recyclables and send them back to Coca-Cola, Frito Lay, Frito Lay actually saves so much money because we're not changing our buying habits. What we're doing is changing the way we distribute our trash. The Frito Lay and Coca Cola has to hire individuals because why? They're saving money on raw materials. Hiring individuals to to go around and collect the things that we throw away as Americans. We have to come out of the one-time use syndrome. I cannot stress that. Bars. There are so many bars here in America. Glass, the different glass bottles like our champagne, our beers. In Shreveport, there's this company called Libby Glass, Mr. Obama, and I honestly believe that if Libby Glass was to take up the glasses, the wine, the because at the end of the night, different bars are just taking up empty glass, taking up empty glasses, taking up empty glasses instead of throwing them in landfill. Companies like Libby Glass need to hire individuals to go around different days, just like the paper mill, like individuals that are, how should I put this? They're taking up the paper. hiring individuals to go around and collect these recyclables and reuse them and distribute them to different stores. Miller Lite, Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola takes up contract with the individuals. Libby Glass takes up contract with Walmart, with Kmart. Any clothing, different institutions take up contracts because they are taking up recyclables from America. We're not changing our buying habits, which is changing the way that we distribute our waste. Houses, oh man, houses are recyclable. Instead of just bulldozing them down, Mr. Obama, tear them just like we build them up from bottom to top. Tear them down from top to bottom. The wood that comes out of that's still good. We're dumping them in landfill. Send them to a company that what specializes in building furniture. If this company is buying, or should I say, taking up wood from abandoned houses or the houses that people that really don't want, you understand what I'm saying? This wood could be used for other purposes. And in saying that whatever company uses this wood for, that means this company is going to do what? Hire individuals to help build America. Another thing, brick. Because again, we're rebuilding. Where houses are recyclable. There's this company in Houston, Texas, where they actually take bricks, Mr. Obama, from different places where houses have been torn down, and they separate them by their content and reselling them. And just think, all the houses that are being torn down, those are jobs. Really, they are, because those are more materials that could be reused and being sold to us in America if we just come out of this one-time use syndrome, Mr. Obama. Food, oh my gosh. We throw away thousands of pounds of food, Mr. Obama. I want you to take a look at this document. It's a Actually, it's a film where it's called dumpster diving, and there are stores, and I'm a witness to it because I used to work at a store where they would cook like whole turkeys, and after a certain time, they would actually throw them away. These are good. These are like turkeys that just sitting out because of the FDA rules that they have to be thrown away. I understand there's an issue about soup, and I'm gonna get to to a solution about that. But companies, stores, grocery stores, they throw away food because there's like one bad tomato, a broken egg in a carton. They throw the whole carton away, and it's like what 11 or 10 eggs left in there. We're throwing away food, Mr. Obama. It's and we have people starving right here in America, and they just dumping them in dumpsters just because the meat maybe is just a little red, just a little discolored. In my opinion, if we as Americans take up or should I say, if we decide on stores lowering the prices, but signing a document stating that you bought this food past the expiration date. So guess what? That leaves grocery stores, all kind of institutions that sell food. They're not liable to be sued because that's what the biggest issue is, because everybody's looking to get rich, which I'm still trying to figure that out. It doesn't make sense for us to continually to throw away food, because when food gets in our soil, Mr. Obama, it actually releases toxic gas. It really does, and that's a proven fact. And I honestly think that the FDA needs to take in consideration in letting us take up contracts with institutions that sell food. And when it goes past, now I understand, I know milk. There are some foods, common sense. There are some foods that we really cannot ingest because it's harmful to us. But there are some things that we need to consider as far as like our food. We're wasting it. Water, Mr. Obama. Water is recyclable. There are already institutions, or should I say, places in our country that is doing it. And I went on every cruise that my family, we take cruises every 2 years. And what the cruise ship does, it recycles the water. Think about it, Mr. Obama. If we open up institutions that are purposely recycling the water that we use, not only would that create jobs, Mr. Obama, but it would also it would also lower the water shortages that we have here in America. It really would. We have to come out of this one-time use syndrome. Computers, all electronics, Mr. Obama, are reusable. Again, the same methodology. It's like a ripple effect, Mr. Obama. If everyone in America, instead of throwing our computers away and sending them to other countries, because it's been noted that when they get our computers, most of our stuff are still on the hard drive. And I want you to look up this Chinese man, Mr. This should I say Oriental, forgive me, an Oriental man that actually invented a machine that breaks down the computer to like all the elements that these people in other countries trying to get the gold, the rare, the material that are in our electronics and sell them, because I already know that gold is one of the main components in our electronics, and that's what they're after. But I really believe that if we would to speak to this man and get him to invest in, or we should invest in the machine that he invented for breaking down computers, and it is awesome. And I saw it on Discovery. No, I'm sorry, LPB, Public Broadcasting, about recycling, and it is awesome, Mr. Obama. And I really think that you need to look into that, and if we invest in it, that does what? Because we're always coming up with new fangles, new electronics. That creates jobs, Mr. Obama. Because why? We're taking up the old electronics from different institutions, different homes, different places, and people in America are purposely recycling these our computers and not putting our identity to at a risk. Because why? Because we don't format our computers and erase all our information. Um, and last but not least, people are recyclable, Mr. Obama. And by me saying that, Mr. Obama, there is an issue about our ex-cons not being able to get jobs because our companies in America are not adhering to the fact that they have served their time, that they should be able to come back into the workforce and not go back to doing what they used to do. That alone, that would actually help us in force like building America. Homeless people. I have an idea about that, Mr. Obama. Just by me living in Houston for a while, I've heard a lot of homeless people that are they're well endowed as far as like their trade, the things that they can do. And in certain parts of America, there are abandoned buildings. Again, that goes back to recycling our homes. Why not get these individuals that are well endowed in electronic, plumbing, masonry, build those houses that are abandoned? The individual, they could have what you call it, a tax write off, and let them build those houses up. And in essence, they go out and get other homeless people that are well trained. And it's just a ripple effect. It's a ripple effect. It's a ripple effect. Instead of tearing the buildings down and building up our landfills, why not shorten the life of landfill and just reusing the houses, the buildings, and letting individuals that are out on the street, Mr. Obama, that knows how to to do everything that no one that it is do. I'm sorry, to do everything that someone that's actually does not that is not homeless. Because I've heard them say so many times that I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, but no one wants to give me a chance because I don't have a permanent place to live. Let these individuals that are well endowed build these homes up, build these apartment buildings, especially the one that's downtown in Houston, Mr. Obama. You need to see it, and it still has a for sale sign on it. And it's an apartment complex, and I'm quite sure with the homeless people that are here in Houston, Texas, 9 times out of 10, a percentage of them can actually go in there and work wonders within that building, get it back to going, bring it back to life, Mr. Obama, and just do what? And have them to sign a contract or something because you have done this, then you are obligated to help others that are in your situation. A ripple effect, a ripple effect, and whatnot. Um, I really think that's really about. I really want to touch on because I know that YouTube has a certain limit, but I do want to say this, Mr. Obama, about certain diseases. I'm not gonna even lie; it's been on my mind. Um, if you did not know, ionized water, Mr. Obama, and it's been proven in rats, and in a YouTube is something else that um, people within China, they did an experiment on ionized water with cancer in rats, and it actually reduces it. And as well as testimonies about individuals drinking ionized water, it actually has helped them, those with diabetes. And what I'm not understanding is, Mr. Obama, because this is a proven fact, why isn't it being pushed where we can use this to help, with our patients and whatnot? And I'm not going to be remiss about this. HIV. HIV is not found in the mosquito. That's a proven fact. And what I want to know is, Mr. Obama, what is it that we as human beings, the highest, because we're supposed to be the top of the food chain. What is it that's in the mosquito, Mr. Obama, that's killing the virus, and what can we do as human beings to reproduce that, to make it that so that we can use it within humans? Um, Another disease that we're dealing with. I'm not I can't touch on like stem cells and all of that because I love research. I'm not gonna lie about that. I love research. Um, I'm I'm not gonna touch on it because that's a very very touchy topic. But other than that, Mr. Obama, Mr. Obama, I wanna. That's one of some of the things that I've just been itching and itching and itching, but mostly about the jobs. But in my next post, I want to talk about the what we can do as far as like lowering our dropout rate with our students. I have a plan for that, and I'm hoping that this will help you out. I'm not looking for any like any I am not looking for any, how should I put this, recognition, but I just want you to consider what it is that I've said about creating jobs and whatnot. But again, my name is Leandre Humphrey, and I and I approve this message. So thank you, and I will be seeing you in the office for the next 4 years. Thank you.